All right. Hold tight there, guys. I'm just going to make sure we don't have feedback from the Facebook broadcast. There we go. Perfect. See, I'm getting the hang of this. It just takes me longer than most people. Welcome, 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 everybody. Let me, I'm going to begin recording in here so we have that audio for future use. Oh, there's Tasha. All right. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the ER Shred Come Alive call. This is our favorite night of the week. We're so grateful to be with you guys. And I've got my lovely co-host here, Crystal Escobar. She has her little mascot here that she wanted to show off. This is Max.
He is on the ER Shred right now.
He is on
a 100% carnivore diet.
This is true, actually. We our pets, just like Bob's pets, we feed them right.
Yeah,
we do.
Get the best, highest quality, no grains, and
no corn, no soy, none of that garbage.
And we even make him his own homemade cat food too.
Yeah, isn't he cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, it's so good to be with you. And Crystal is going to be here for just a minute, and then she's going to have to take off because she is going to go and get, well, she's got to go to
school starts tomorrow, and we got a lot of things. The kids I'm in high demand tonight. They got a lot of requests for me tonight.
So with that in mind, just wanted to say thank you for being on here. We're grateful for you guys. Did you guys catch last night by chance? Did you catch the Shred Your Body call with Jesse and Warren? That was awesome. It was incredible, actually. And I actually rewatched that today. And while I was watching it, the feelings that I had, let me just share those with you real quick. The feelings that I had while I watched that was, oh my gosh, like what we're doing is so much goodness, and it's so pure and it's so beautiful. And I thought to myself, like, with all of the garbage and the toxicity that is going on in the world, and there's a lot of that, by the way, with all of that, we have in ER Shred, we have something that is goodness. And I thought, you know what, that's good. Like, I'm just going to keep my energy there for my own personal well-being. Crystal's really good about not looking at all the yucky stuff that's going on in the world. I'm not so good at that. I always feel like as a provider and as a protector, I need to know what's going on in the world. And when I look, it totally has a very negative effect on me, and it causes me stress, and it kind of makes me feel unwell. But ER Shred is like so the opposite. It's so much about just goodness and pure, and it's simple and it's beautiful, and it's about helping other people. And you know what, the thought that went through my mind, Jesse was on there and he was talking about lots of different concepts. And the thought that went through my mind while I was listening to that call was, this really is not about money for us. And to me, that's what makes it so special. Money, if you think about it, is an exchange of currency in the form of energy. If you remove the thought that money's paper or, digital numbers, money is just energy. And if we look at money as energy, then money spent on something like ER Shred is merely just an exchange of energy from one person to another, or one person, towards a protocol, for instance. It's an exchange of value. It's an exchange of energy for what? For services rendered. And boy, do we offer a tremendous service here. It's freaking awesome. I love it. I love it so much. And I just wanted to say that I love it so much, and I love all of you so much. All right. Now, Heather and Jesse, you can stop texting each other and talking shit on me, because I know you guys so well by now, and I know exactly what you're doing. So just back it off. Back it off. All right. Okay. Yeah. I know y'all. Yeah. I ain't no stupid. I'm a teacher too, yo, Heather. I'm a teacher. I know when the students are talking shit behind my back.
Passing notes.
All right. We're good. So with that said, love you all so much. We do not intend to treat, cure, prevent any kind of illness. We do not intend to talk about any kinds of disease or diagnosis or medication. Guys, that's not here. This is a protocol. We empower people. With all that said, Jesse, I love you. He already sent me a text. Okay. The ER Shred is a nutritional, dietary, lifestyle empowerment protocol. By fully satiating the body's needs, we are able to take back control of the diet, which is the common denominator of overall well-being. Food can either be your poison and your pain, or it can serve as your fuel and your fortitude. Come alive and learn to feel your way to good health for the first time. Only you can do it. ER Shred provides the tracks to run on for ultimate self-discovery. A lot of that is Jesse, by the way, so thank you for that. So with all that said, our first guest tonight is Joyce, and Joyce happens to be Jesse James Jamnick's mother, and she's been on a tremendous journey, and she asked me to make sure that my wife was present, and that's why, even though Crystal has lots to do tonight, I told her it was important that she be here. So Joyce, are you there? And do you know how to unmute? Joyce, is it Bredden? How do I say it? Bredden?
Okay, yep. Did I unmute myself? Can you hear me?
You did good.
Okay. As we have talked about in the past, my spiral downward of my mental, physical health, as with you, Sean, it didn't happen like right away. It started in 2018. And it was a total, I could feel myself going down. 2019 was a total shit show. 2020, I got even worse. I didn't know my ass from my elbow. I was on all these kind of drugs. And I was always on Facebook because I was looking for games to play or something to see if I could get my mental status back. And then I think it was about September when I started hearing about, Jesse was on my ass about going on Isagenix and this and that. And I mean, you never want to listen to family members because he's like, Jess, all right, I'm tired of hearing it. Okay, I know I'm this big fat hog, but you know what? I got a lot on my plate. So then I started watching these videos and I started looking at these manuals and stuff. And there was a video that I still watch to this day. And I would like to acknowledge that person because it still keeps me going to this day when I have a bad day. I believe it was around September. I watched a video. It was this genuine, kind, sweet, loving person sitting next to her husband and saying, Sean, better days are coming. And Crystal Escobar, that is you. I used to feel like after a while, you were sitting by my side saying, Joyce, better days are coming. And I listened to it over and over and over. And what I have been through has been quite a bit. And I have lost all the guilt. I have lost all the shame. I have lost all the embarrassment. And I don't give a shit anymore, in plain English. Because now I am, and it took me a very long time because we are on a very fixed income. And I said, what's the purpose of doing an 11 ER shred if I don't have the food and everything to back it? So in 7 months, I was able to save up $500. I figured I need $500 to buy my products and to buy my grass-fed meats and buy my Kerrygold butter, which Sean, I still got you beat on that. And I can tell you who has what on sale, what week to buy all my steaks, what week to buy my butters, on my fixed income. So if anyone has that problem, I'll be more than happy to share that with them. Don't feel embarrassed and ashamed and guilty like I do. So you know what? I'm probably the poorest, healthiest person you know in this whole world right now. And Crystal, that smile and that sweet, soft tone voice, I would like to ask you, should I ever find myself falling into that deep hole again, which I don't even want to think about, is it okay if I reach out to you and say, Crystal, I need you?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank you because you were my total inspiration for me to keep saying, Joyce, better things are coming. Keep saving. You're going to get there. I promise you, better things are coming. That's all I used to hear. I used to lay down at night and go to sleep. And I would hear Crystal saying, Joyce, better days are coming.
Aww.
And I will have to say that I got to show you guys something really funny. Now, don't laugh because I'm just as crazy as my son, Jesse James Jamnick. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Can all of you see me standing up?
Yes.
Okay, last summer, this was my pajamas that I wore last summer. Okay, look pretty good, don't you think? Okay, well, as of today, this is what Joyce Breton looks like.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that is awesome.
And thanks to ER Shred, this is what my body now looks like. I am so happy. I have so much energy. I don't know what the hell to do with it all sometimes. My mind, I can think, it's like I have to listen to my husband's doctors about, he needs to go on a cardiac menu and no salt and low sodium. And yeah, all right, doc. And then I have to listen to my daughter's doctors. And they made me feel so guilty, so embarrassed, and so ashamed that I sought out help for myself. And what I am going to say now only pertains to myself and my husband, and I cannot guarantee that anybody else will get the same out of it mentally and physically as my husband and I have. Okay, I went to my doctor in January, and he goes, Joyce, what the hell's going on? You look like a beached whale. I'm like, oh, thanks, doc. I love you too. And he's been my doctor for 20 years. Then he comes back into the room, and he goes, Joyce, what the hell happened to the other half of your body? I'm like, what are you talking about? You just bitched at me. I just went to see him a couple weeks ago. You just bitched at me in January, and you got me drugged out on all these meds. And now you want to know where the other half of my body is. I said to him, oh, I know what you mean. And I said, that went on permanent vacation. He goes, I don't even know what to say to you. He goes, from January until July, you have lost 86 pounds. He goes, so what are you doing? I said, I'm eating beef, bacon, and butter. He goes, you're doing what? I said, I'm eating beef, bacon, and butter. My favorite things in the whole world. Oh, and my friend, Miss Piggy.
Now, hold on just a second. Hold on. Where did you get this beef, bacon, and butter? Where did you get this?
I don't know. I heard it on ER Shred somewhere.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah, beef,
Okay.
bacon, and butter.
I heard it on ER Shred somewhere. And, those are like three of my favorite things. So it's like, and I am such a, like I could eat the same thing every day and it wouldn't bother me. I mean, and I still do eat the same thing every day. But I think what blew his mind even more is he made me have a lipid profile before I went for my 6-month checkup. This is where the medical part comes in. And I can only say this for myself. I can't say that others will get anywhere near the results that I got. Okay. My HDL, okay. HDL should be 60 or above. That's your good cholesterol. Okay. My HDL is now 86. And he had me on medication for my high cholesterol and 2 blood pressure medications. And my triglycerides, the normal level is 150 or lower. My triglycerides as of last week are 136. Now my total cholesterol, which is supposed to be 200 or lower, is now 168. And my LDL, which should be 100 milligrams or lower, that's the real bad cholesterol, is 89. He goes, well, guess we can get rid of those cholesterol meds. And I said, I've been feeling kind of dizzy lately. And I know you took me off one of my blood pressure meds. And I said, oh, here's my blood pressures from the last month. I've been checking them at home. So he checks my blood pressure and he goes, well, your blood pressure is 118/78. So you know what? Boom, no more blood pressure pills. So number one, no more blood pressure pills. Number two, no more cholesterol pills. So I guess I kind of, you know, I guess I'm the oddball of modern medicine that, you know, my shred lifestyle took care of that for me. My psychiatric meds, okay, my doctor's like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you are a totally different person. So my antidepressant medication is down to the lowest level now because you have to gradually go off of those because it can cause problems if you don't. My mood stabilizer is at the lowest dose that it could be at. And my anxiety med is just a PRN order, so whenever I need it. Because there was a point where I was mentally, physically, financially stressed out to the max. And then another video that I watched, Sean, you're walking with your head down and you're like, what the hell does Crystal mean? She doesn't even know who I am. And I'm thinking to myself, Sean, I know how you feel, honey. I know where I am. I know what's going on, but I'm 500 miles away. Well, I don't have that feeling anymore. You know what? And doctors can tell me whatever they want, you know? Call me up and tell me what's going on. Yeah, okay, what do you want me to do about it? I'm sorry she's acting that way. That's how, you know, I don't know what to tell you. But then the other better thing that I have to tell you is my husband, okay? Because I'll finish the end with this. After my first 11-day shred, you know, my husband's kind of looking at me and he's like, well, you lost a little bit of weight there, Joyce. And, you know, you seem a little happier. He goes, do you mind if I try one of those shakes? Because I had brought all the paperwork, which Heather, thank you, Heather, had printed out all these manuals to my husband's cardiologist. And I said, hey, do you think it's all right if I let Ronnie eat like this? And the first words out of his mouth, now he's a chief doctor, and I'm not giving doctors' names out or anything. And he said to me, I know about Isagenix. He goes, you can feed Ron however you want, as long as he, you know, stays stable. I mean, he has a very severe heart condition. So now Ron started May 9th of 2021. Okay, he went to the doctor last week and he goes, Doc, he goes, I'm really feeling awfully lightheaded and dizzy lately. He goes, well, let's do a cardiogram. So he does a cardiogram and he's looking at it and he goes, Ron, I never seen a cardiogram like this from you. He goes, this is almost perfect. When you had a massive heart attack in 2018 and your heart functions at 30%. So he goes, step on the scale. So Ron gets on the scale. He goes, Ron, you're down 50 pounds. Are you, well, what are you doing? Are you on the cardiac diet? He goes, hell no. He goes, I'm on the shred with Joyce. So all these salts and everything that were no good for his body is amazing how, and he goes, Ron, do you realize that you are in better health today than you were in 2018 when you were walking 17 miles a day? He said, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but keep it up. And it's like, my whole family is shred.
Hey, Joy.
It's like I have a small freezer. I can tell you what day of the month to go buy your grass-fed meats, and I go and buy like 40 of them. I can tell you who has Kerrygold butter on sale of the week, buy one, get one free. I can tell you who has Kerrygold cheese, and you can buy one and get one free. So living on a very fixed income of Social Security, disability, and Social Security, we all know it's not very much money. But you know what? I don't care if you know that, because I really don't care what anybody thinks, because I am the happiest. I have never felt like this in my life. Never, ever, ever. And it's like, I really don't care. You know, and I went to 2 birthday parties this past weekend, and I seen family members that I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, Joyce? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're so skinny. What are you doing? I said, they said, what kind of diet you on? I'm like, I'm not on a diet. And they're like, you're not on a diet? I'm like, no. I said, I just live a different lifestyle. And then they looked at Ron, and Ron said the same thing. And it's so funny because everything in our house now is shred lifestyle.
Yeah.
Including our 14-year-old. He would never eat steak before. Now it's like, are we going to have steak again tomorrow night? You know, and it's like,
Hey, Joyce.
yeah.
I'm in essence of time, we're gonna move on to the next person, but I want to give Crystal an opportunity to respond to what you said.
Okay.
And I also, here's the kind of the crazy part of this is that Jesse, who you birthed, by the way, and we thanked you for
Yeah,
that.
thank you, Jesse.
Like,
Well, that's one thing I want to say. Let me say this very, very quick.
Yeah.
On September 18th, 1979, I gave birth to a little boy named Jesse James Damnick.
Yeah.
On April 21st, 1982, I gave life to a little girl named Karen Janice Butera. Okay, you got your tissues ready? On May 21st of 2021, Jesse and Karen gave their mom life again. They gave me the final piece that I needed to continue my shred life. They gave me my shakes, my cleanse, my bone broth, everything I needed. I had my money put aside. The very next day, I started that shred. And I ran out and bought all my meats and everything I needed because they just happened to have been on sale. So it must have been meant to be. So not only did I give my children life, okay, my children gave me life. And that's, to me, pretty amazing.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Joyce. What an amazing story. I love your message and how inspiring that is for you to share all of that. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to your situation, and I think that's such a beautiful thing for you to be able to share that so openly, and we're so grateful that you could be on tonight. And I really want to echo again what Sean was saying, how there's so much going on right now, but isn't it amazing that, and I always tell Sean, like, I choose ignorance, but I really don't, okay? Because it's not that I don't want to know what's going on and I just want to be ignorant, but I really, and Sean was saying, like, let's just stay in our own little bubble. And I feel like the ER Shred is our own little bubble of positivity. This is what we can focus on. And there's so much going on that we can't control. And that's why I choose to focus on the things that we can control, which is our health. And I think that's the best thing that we could be focusing on right now, for us to be taking care of our health while there's so much chaos and disease and viruses going around. This is the best thing that we could be putting our energy into right now. Stay away from all the social media arguments and the fear that's going on everywhere, and let's just focus on stories like Joyce's story, and the community, the amazing community that we have. We can be aware of what's going on, but we don't need to put our energy there. We can put our energy into better health and creating this amazing community. Let's stay in our ER Shred bubble, because I don't see any downside to what we are creating here. And yeah, so that's why I choose ignorance.
It's funny you
All right, well,
in a good way.
I call it my new family.
I love that.
I have more friends than I've ever had in my life. And every morning, my favorite thing is, the first thing I do is, boom, I press that button on the Ninja. And it's like, here we go. And then I come over to the computer and I see Mel. And then I see somebody else. And I see April and I, we always switch inspirational inspirational things to each other. And it's like, I have so many new people and so many kind people. I can wake up and feel shitty and come downstairs, and with 10 minutes, my whole day is turned around to a great day. And then when I see people that are down on ER Shred, it's like, I make sure I put something on there. You got this, girl. You got this, guy. You look fabulous. Don't give up on yourself. You deserve this. You deserve to feel the best that you possibly can. And you can do this. And it's funny, because then I hear from them later. Thanks, Joyce.
Yeah.
Hey, Joyce, we're gonna let you go. I want to tell you something. One more thing, and we're gonna let you run. But I want to tell you, Joyce, will you do me a favor? Do you know how to read the chat?
Chat?
Click on chat at the bottom of your Zoom, okay?
Yeah.
And I want you to go read all those beautiful messages that people have been sending you, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, well, and I just found out how to join the community last night. I'm not tech savvy at all, so I guess now a year later, I finally figured out how to join a community, which I just should have asked Heather because she would have told me. Whenever I have it,
You've done-
Heather's my go-to.
You've done good. We love you.
I love you, all of you, and thank you, Crystal, so much for giving me that inspiration to never give up.
Thank you, Joyce.
Okay, guys. Well, that's a pretty incredible way to start the call.
Yes.
I'm going to let Crystal run.
Okay.
Mwah.
Love
And
you guys. We'll see
Love
you.
you too.
Checking in on you guys in the group.
I just want to say that was phenomenal. Phenomenal way to start the call. And I also, one of the cool things about what we do is that, believe it or not, ER Shred, like the protocol, you guys, it's a roundabout way of getting there, but ER Shred really isn't the reason why all these incredible things are happening. I want to make that clear. All these wonderful things, it's kind of a roundabout way that this is happening. And Jesse will explain how that works and how ultimately when you get off all of the fluff and all of the culprits and all the garbage that we've been taught to eat, we've been lied to. And once you get all that crap out of your body, the miracle, responds as it should. And that's really what ER Shred is about, is really just creating that space. So with that said, wow, just mind blowing. Do we have a Jamie? Is it? Oh yeah, I remember. But my handwriting's really Manor. Jamie Manor, is it?
Yes.
You out there, Jamie?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, Jamie. Jamie, where are you calling from? And who introduced you to the ER Shred?
I'm calling from Clark, Tennessee. My husband's stationed in the Army at Fort Leavenworth, Kentucky. About 30.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your service. It sounds like you're one of those awesome people that that makes our world safe and everything else. So thank you.
You're welcome.
What kind of service did you say he's involved in?
My husband's in the Army.
Cool.
My son is actually in the Iowa National Guard, and my daughter just enlisted in the Navy last week.
Oh my gosh. Thank you to your whole family then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jamie, so who introduced you to the ER Shred?
It's a little hard to say.
How did you learn about the ER Shred? Does that work?
Yeah, sort of. Can I go back a little further?
You can do whatever you like. This is your time.
Okay, so I actually have been an Isagenix user since March of 2015, and I was introduced to it by my lovely coach on the call tonight, Yvonne Breedlove.
Oh.
And she's one of the sweetest, kindest women I've ever met. She's a second mom to me. So, but yeah, I had hit rock bottom in my health when I was 38 years old. Literally on my birthday, I hit rock bottom. And that wonderful woman was posting stuff on Facebook, and I reached out to her, and she got me started on what I call traditional Isagenix. And I had phenomenal results with it. In about 18 months, I lost about 54 pounds. That's just my results. I followed the protocol that was written as it was. And I even got to the point in 2017 that I was able to run a marathon at 40 years old. That's amazing because I was not a runner. I never ran in my life until Isagenix. So I ran a marathon in 2017. I was in the best shape of my life, felt amazing. And then my health started to deteriorate. And I started seeing my doctor, found out I was diagnosed with an immune disorder. My body was attacking its own thyroid and destroying it. And it was affecting everything. Your thyroid affects everything in your body. So I was trying to cope with that and move with the military again in 2019. We were up in Iowa. We moved to Kansas for 9 months. And then I got with another whammy. My mother got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in November of 2019. And I completely lost it. I remember the day of the diagnosis going to get her pills for her medications at the Walmart pharmacy and walking around the store in a fog and buying cookies and crackers and crap and coming home and sitting on the couch and crying with her while we just stuffed cookies in her face. I just didn't know how to handle myself, you know, in this moment. So things just kind of spiraled after that. And 2020 came, and we all know what that looked like. So let's throw some cancer treatment on top of that, and moving again to Tennessee from Kansas. So it was just crazy. And my health was literally in the toilet. And I was trying to do traditional Isagenix. I was trying to get back to the roots of what this program was built on. And I wasn't there. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't like it was back in 2015. I wasn't the same person anymore. So fast forward to 2020, my son got engaged in July of 2020. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is my moment. I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to get ready for this wedding next July. I'm going to look fantastic. I had all the motivation in the world, except I didn't. And I also decided to go back to college at 44 years old to be a nurse. So I threw some more stress into my life. So I would say around February is when I started whisperings about ER shred in the Isagenix group that we're a part of. And I was like, what is that? And somebody, it was either Yvonne or Denise, who I think may have left the call, but she was on for a minute, put me into the ER shred group. But I wasn't ready for what you guys had. I briefly looked at stuff, and all I could think was it was keto, which I had tried in the past, and I immediately got out of the group. I was like, it's not for me. You know, I'm in the middle of really, really hard stuff right now, trying to understand anatomy and physiology. I really don't have time for this, you know? So well, Denise got me on a call with our upline, Erica Zinman, and they started hammering me about it. You need to do ER shred. You'd be great at it. And I'm like, it's keto. I'm a vegetarian now. I'm helping my mother. I'm supporting her. We're doing vegan and stuff, you know? I'm growing a garden. I have to eat my vegetables, you know? So they just kept on with me, you know, they were giving me shit, and they put me back in the group, and I was like, fine. But it wasn't until my good friend Sally Golcheski on our team sent me her pictures, and she had started in February, and this was about the middle of May. Right. She'd lost 30 pounds. And I've known Sally for 6 years, and she struggled with traditional Isagenix getting the weight off. So it was like, okay. I went to a bridal shower May 23rd, and I saw a picture of myself from my future daughter-in-law at her bridal shower, and I looked like crap. I was almost back to the size I was in 2015, and I'm like, no! So between Sally's picture and that picture, I was like, that's it, I'm going for it. So I jumped on board, and I just did it. I didn't even watch the videos and the guides. I know I'm horrible. I just took screenshots of the grocery list and what to use for the products. And then I got with Sally and Denise Brown, and they were my coaches, and they pushed me through the 11 days because I had bad diarrhea. And I was like, this is so not good, you know? But on day 12, I'd lost 12 pounds. That was my result. And I lost like 5 inches off my waist in those first 11 days. And that's what sold me. I was like, holy crap. So I started doing the food culprits. I added the food back in, and I found out I can't do green peas and I can't do cashews. So I just finished my second ER shred, and I found out I can't do peanuts. So I'm slowly adding foods back in. And like Joyce was saying, I kind of like stick to the same food all the time now because it's easy, you know? But what's happening?
Guess what? So do all other animals.
Well, here's the crazy part too. So the dress I was going to originally wear to my son's wedding, and no offense, but it was a grandma dress. It hid everything. I wanted to hide everything because I was so ashamed of my body. So my neighbor came over to look at my original dress that I picked out, and she's like, oh, that's pretty. But then she saw another dress in my closet I worn to a military ball several years prior. It had a beautiful peacock design on it. She goes, oh my God, that's gorgeous. And I was like, I wonder if I could get into that dress. So that became my goal, and I did it. I got into that dress, and it was too loose for the day of the wedding. My mother had to sew me into the dress at the reception.
You posted about this, didn't you?
Yes, it's in the ER shred group. So now what's happening is I'm sharing my new transformation story on my private Facebook page, And all these old customers that dropped off because they weren't getting the results they were looking for are like, what are you doing? Because I'm calling it my new lifestyle. And they are coming back on and they're getting it with ER Shred. And I'm signing up new people too, which is amazing me. And this is what they've said to me. I've watched you for years on Facebook. And they're like, and I can see that something's different this time. You're glowing.
Yeah.
And like, thanks to Kathy Martinez, she's not on the call, I ran 2 miles straight and walked 1.5 miles on my treadmill. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to do a 5K soon.
So Kathy, I remember all of her story as well. So that's incredible. It all kind of comes full circle, doesn't it? So are you a nurse? What type of nurse?
So I actually am a registered X-ray tech, but I gave up my career originally to homeschool all 3 of my children and support my husband in his military career because we move on average of every 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm still licensed to practice X-ray, but when we moved here, my husband's got 3 years left of service to retire. I decided I wanted to be a nurse, but I was listening to one of Jesse's calls. I think it was on the original guide call, and he mentioned something about holistic nursing, I think, and I started researching that, and I feel like that may be the avenue I go through with nursing because my classes that I just took in the spring are still teaching that crummy food pyramid.
Yes. Yeah, we need to fix that.
It's so contradictory to what they teach about the physiology of the body. It's completely contradictory.
That's right.
I'm like listening in the class, I'm listening to the professor and I'm like, and by the way, I'm the oldest person in the class, but I'm like, what do you mean? You want us to eat carbs, but it increases our insulin. Isn't that counterproductive? You know, but I have to answer the question on the test the way they want us to answer it. So that's what I did.
Yeah, don't give them the truth. You'll fail.
Exactly.
Well, Jamie, what other results did you notice? Either 5 inches off the waist, you know, that's pretty mind-boggling to me. And you said that's what really grabbed you and held you. Mm-hmm. What other side benefits have you noticed?
I noticed that I wasn't as mean to my family. I wasn't bitchy anymore. I also noticed an extremely large surge in my sex drive within the first 12 days.
I've heard that before as well.
My husband he's a very happy man.
I don't know too many guys that would complain about that.
Yeah, he calls it my caveman diet, and I'm really trying to get him on it. So
I love it. Yeah. That's awesome. Anything else?
So now I've lost 7 inches on my waist now since I've been doing it. So I started ER Shred June 1st of 2020.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Jamie, this is unbelievable. Jesse's going to have a hard time with all these kinds of results coming in, and there's only so much of him to go around. He's going to have a hard time, facilitating all these Shred Your Body calls because this really isn't enough. I'm going to move on to the next person, but just like with Joyce, I really wish I didn't have to because I just feel like there's even more to this story that we all need to know. So, I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being willing to come on and share. Is it okay if we give out can we give out your full name again? I'd love for people to go in the group and search up the posts that you've made because I know some of the posts that you made have been very, impactful. And I would love for people to go and see those. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's Jamie Maynor. And I always try to keep my life positive because MANOR and it's JAIMIE, correct? Yep. Okay. Well, and guys, I served on military bases in a church capacity. And so I served on several military bases. Please, if you ever encounter anybody that has family in the military or they serve in the military, would you just please thank them? Because these families sacrifice a lot so that we can have a safe country and we can have our freedoms. It's really important. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. All right, that was so fun. Oh my gosh, I seriously, guys, I'm sorry. If I don't even want to stop these people from speaking because to me, this is so monumental. This is so significant. I know how they feel because I've lived it, and it makes me very emotional. It makes me feel like they're experiencing exactly what I did, and I feel drawn to you, and I feel connected with you, and it's beautiful. Okay. What about Stacy Romine, or is it Romini? Stacy, are you out there? Any?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's Stacy Romine.
I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrong. I almost feel
That's
like
okay. I get it all the time. I get Romini, romaine, lettuce.
okay,
You know.
whenever I see a name ending in a vowel, I think Italian, and I go there. Forgive
Yes.
me. Stacy Romine. So Stacy, where are you from, and who introduced you to the ER Trek?
Well, I'm currently living in King George, Virginia. Norris actually spoke to me about the ER shred.
Who was
And
it?
I've actually-
I didn't catch the name. Who was it?
Norris Williams Robin. I call him Robin.
Okay, very
But
cool.
Warren, he's a friend of Warren.
Oh, Warren. Okay, he was on last
Yeah.
night. Cool. Okay.
But
very
anyway, I saw the results and the transition that
That
has
is Natasha, right? That's Natasha and Rick. That's
Natasha is
not-
also yes, she also is my I'm gonna say my my sponsor,
Okay.
or yet my positive innovator.
I love it.
But I actually saw, Norris transition from, I mean, he lost a lot of weight, and it was like, what are you doing? So he talked to me about it, and he said, listen, I'm going to turn you on to Natasha and, let her talk to you more about it. But I watched what he was doing, and I was like, I'm really intrigued. And him telling me how he was feeling. He's had a lot of loss in his life in the last couple of months, close friends of his that have passed away from COVID, heart attacks, and he's like older than them. And he says it was just time for a change. And so I was like, well, I'm really interested. I'm intrigued. You've captivated my attention. So he turned me on to Natasha, and Natasha and I have conversated numerous times on very personable levels. And she's a really, really inspiring person to me. She's amazing. And I did my first shred just a few days ago. I ended it and getting ready to start my second one on the 16th. And my husband's doing it with me, who is like a huge Diet Mountain Dew.
Where the women
drinker.
go, where the women go, the men generally follow.
Yes. He's given up his Mountain Dews.
She won't cook for me.
I'll do it.
except
I'll
for
do it.
steak.
That's the perfect shirt.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, he's given up his Diet Mountain Dews. I'm proud of that. I've been on him about that forever.
And my Krispy Kreme.
And the Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh my God, the hot sign would be on, and he would be there like in there with swimwear.
Yeah.
And he would bring them home, and I'm like, don't bring that in my house. So he's like, well, what do I do with them? Leave them in my truck? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want them in here because I allowed no sweets in my house. Well, then everything changed for me. I suffer with depression. I suffer with anxiety. I suffer with PTSD from a previous marriage that was very, very abusive. And so this has all been inspiring to me. All of you people are incredible to me. You are a lifesaver for me. I recently lost my sister in February. And I think COVID has taken a toll on me as well, but losing my sister was like a complete stressor. She was my best friend. I called her Lovey. I saw somebody post Lovey, and
That was
really hard.
Talking to you,
But,
you know that.
I've had a very, very traumatic life since birth. And now I'm just looking forward to having a lot of positive energy in my life. My husband has been my backbone through everything. And now I feel like I have Natasha, who I've really, really opened up to and have just embraced her as a really trustworthy friend. And the ER Shred has given me so much energy. You have no idea. I have bad knees, and I've had neck surgery. I have pins and rods and a titanium plate in my neck. But anyway, what the ER Shred has done for me is that I've actually been able to truck 4 miles on a rail trail, and I've been running on my treadmill again. And, you know, walking, my husband has to check on me because he's working on getting my treadmill to the basement. It's so heavy. But right now it's in the garage, so I don't mind going out there. I said, sweat is good. Sweat is good. So I go out there and I get on my treadmill, and he has to check on me. He's like, go out there with your big jug of water and trek on. I take electrolytes with me, and I take this big jug of water. And but the ER Shred's been amazing for me. I've lost 12 pounds just on the first shred. And I feel so much energy, as before I was very lethargic. I had no energy at all. I also suffer with insomnia. Working on it. It's a work in progress because I'm a certified insomniac. I'm on paper. I've been one since I was 17.
You know what's amazing? You look like, oh my God, your skin and your eyes, you look so well. I just want to
Thank you.
She's
Yeah.
married.
Thank you. My husband's hollering. She's
He
married.
actually said he,
Oh, so are you, Sean?
who is this guy? This guy. I like this guy.
My husband's crazy. He didn't want me to say anything, but he did 21 years in the Marine Corps.
Oh, thank you.
And he didn't want me to say nothing. He does not like to boast about that. He says it's a proud service that he's done for our country, and he doesn't like to be mentioned, but I'm proud of him.
I am.
And, you know, I'm proud of him for doing this with me, because I don't think that if he didn't do it with me, I probably wouldn't be doing it myself. But he's been inspiring for me as well. You know, he reminds me, hey, honey, isn't it time for a shake? And I'm like, oh my God, you're hungry.
Have you guys?
So, you know, but he reminds me, hey, is it time to eat yet? I forget, you know, because I'm a very light eater. You know, as before being on ER Shred, I would skip meals. And it wouldn't be intentional. It would be because I got busy and just forgot to eat, or I wasn't hungry and I wasn't going to force myself to eat.
Right.
And, you know, but he would always ride my back, calling me from work, you know, hey, did you eat today? And I'm like, oh God, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. I might as well wait until dinner now. It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, but I was the world's worst at skipping meals, and I'm still doing that, you know, but I try to get back on track as soon as he says, hey, it's time for a shake.
Oh, good.
You know, I'm like, okay. But we've been sticking to the protocol, and it's working out great for both of us.
I'm so happy for you. Thank you for coming on, and please tell your husband I was not hitting on you. In fact, I would never hit a 21-year Marine's wife. I wouldn't do it, but you have a gorgeous wife. She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well done.
My goal is to get down to my birth weight.
Oh, wow.
So I only got about 183 pounds to go.
That's everybody's goal, to get to their birth weight.
This guy has my sense of humor.
He's hilarious. He really is. I mean, he gets Natasha going, and he gets her going down a path, and she believes everything that comes out of his mouth.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much. What's your husband's name, just so we know?
His name is Ed Romine.
Thank you, Ed, and thank you so much, Stacy. And you guys, we've got 2 more if they're on here, so I'm going to have to move along. But Stacy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for what you do for us. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Jesse as well. I watch all of his videos. I'm trying to catch up on everything, but I'm getting there.
Well, we're grateful for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, you guys. Wow. Okay, 2 more if they're out there. Do we have, and I know Bob is excited about, Bob Sivright, our ER Shred ambassador, our other one. He's excited about these next 2 if you're on. Susan Locke, are you on?
Hello.
Hey, Susan, how you doing?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
Oh, Susan, you know what? How am I doing? My heart is full. How are you doing?
Blessed and full. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah,
My heart is full. Can I show your picture before you start?
you bet.
Okay, hold tight. I've got it right here. I wanted to show everybody this incredible photo. So this is started January of 2021, and this is August of 2021. Check it out, everybody. You guys see that? Isn't that incredible?
That picture you're seeing from January, that's a BON, a BON.
I don't know that. I don't know that terminology. Forgive me.
It's a burnt out nurse.
Oh, a burnt out nurse. So you're a nurse. Okay, what kind of a nurse are you?
You know, I left my clinical administrative nursing career back in the heat of COVID. It was a very intense time. Responsible for a lot in the facility, and with the corporate and money and the way things should be run. My facility had no COVID in it. All the facilities around us did. And we kept fighting to, we can't have these admissions right now come in. We have a safe community, and they said, you're going to start taking in COVID admissions, and here's your 30 body bags. And that just, I came from a pretty strong background with Presbyterian Homes up here in Minnesota. Then I went down there. I felt like God had brought me there to be there. And we did really well up until the point where money was more important than lives, and very stressful, 16-hour days. So a little bit about me. I mean, I'm like, in my head, I'm an athlete, right? Like I'm a person, I love sports, played volleyball in my 25s, and so I was always like a pretty athletic, like 128. And then when I got into my 30s, I was pretty athletic. And then about 37 is when I actually went back to school for nursing, and jumped into I was about 135 then, got out of nursing school a couple years later. Now I'm 145 pounds, and still, I still have some good weight, but I'm just not that where I was. And then in my nursing career, when I stepped on the scale, when I stepped away from my admin, I was about 178 pounds. I really didn't have any much lean muscle. I really just had stress. A lot of stress that brought on the weight. And so chest pains, anxiety, constant, just depressed. It was a pretty challenging time. So when I joined the ER shred, it was Barbie. Barbie Bush.
Barbie, what's her name?
Yep, Barb Bush, or Barbie Bush.
Barbie Bush. And remind me also, where are you calling? Where are you from?
I'm coming right now. I'm a snowbird now, so both Florida in the summer or winter. Right now we're up here in Prior Lake, Minnesota, and then I'll be down in Fort Myers Beach. Probably October.
And by the way, before you go into what Barbie shared with you, thank you also. We need to thank our nurses, you guys.
Thank you.
I own properties, and one of my tenants is a nurse, and I'm fully aware of everything she's going through because we talk a lot, and I really feel for her. So thank you to all our nurses and all our first responders out there, all our doctors. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're burnt out. They work very, very hard, and we're so blessed to have that community. You know what, Barbie didn't even tell me anything about the ER shred. I actually started because I was looking old too. So I was looking for something, right? And I was researching collagen. And then of course I saw the feed, and Barbie had introduced me to Isagenix in 2018. I had done it for a while. I fell off the wagon. But I saw her post, like, you know what, collagen, I'm going to do this. And then after my collagen arrived, about a week later, she goes, do you want to do the shred with me? I didn't even ask. I just said yes. I didn't know. Okay, this is what you're gonna need. Okay. And the night before my stuff is coming, it's like, oh, I gotta get all this stuff ready.
Yes.
And I trusted, and I just trusted in, she has been in wellness for 10 years. So I just trusted that what she was going to share with me was going to work no matter what. And now I trust the processes just because I understand how the processes work. So just blessed by you and just this community that you've brought together and everything you guys are doing out there to make such a difference. And I'm going to share you guys a sad story because it is really important, because it really, you guys as a community, as us, as we, as a nurse, we take care of people. And innately, you may not know it, or maybe you do know it, or maybe you can feel it. I'm innately introvert. I really have to
everybody tonight, that's one of the tricky things about ER shred that we can't figure out, is it seems to bring out this out of people. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, so innately introverted. And so back in 2018, when I was doing had started, I had wanted to do this also as a business, but I think my clinical admin career just, I never got to the focus, and I never got comfortable asking people. And, but I do remember sitting down with one of our good friends and, just telling him that, you just take care of your health. We love you, take care of yourself. Well, we were driving back from Florida last year, and I hadn't been part of Isagenix at this point, but as we were driving back, we got to halfway to Tennessee, and we got the call that he passed away of a sudden heart attack. He had been obese, had been challenged with his health, and wasn't taking his health. And I look at that as a nurse and as someone who takes care of people. I had an opportunity, and we have so much opportunity, at least share it. I mean, people can make their decision, but at least we have a responsibility. And I just feel like that's my purpose, is that didn't have to happen. And yeah, it didn't have to. It was health.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. Because a lot of that's lifestyle, we know.
Yeah. And so now I when I walk around, I've lost 20 pounds since January. I'm in my 5th ER shed right now. I'm actually in cleanse day.
Yeah.
I love cleanse days. You have to it's gotta be here. You got to we are naturally skeptical of things, and I really wasn't with this, but innately people are just naturally skeptical. Even cleanse days, when I first started, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do this for life. I love cleanse days now. You wake up in the morning and seriously, you got these whoop, whoop, they're going down. I can feel the hollow of my stomach again. But 20 pounds, you guys, the 10 pounds, 10 pounds and 10 pounds. I tell people, go to the grocery store, get a 5-pound bag of sugar, and just walk around it all the way through the store and see how you feel.
Oh, you know what you did? I always use the visual.
Yeah.
You dropped 3 gallons of milk from off the back of your
gosh.
body.
I mean, this, I don't think I'd want to walk around with this anymore for all day long, every day long. That's a lot of weight, you guys. So these little steps, on my 4th year shed, you guys, and I'll be real about it. I'm 52 years of age, and I still get my cycle. And so, they say, just don't worry about it around. And I didn't stay off the flipping scale. I'm telling you why, because I was down 4 pounds, and we have this vision, I'm going to take the 10 or the 12, I'm going for it. But lost 9 inches, 9 3/4 inches in that shred. And now I'm doing back to back. So I'm on my 5th one now. I'll do the weekend just of normal, and then jump back in on Monday. So basically just Wednesdays and Thursdays are my cleanse days. So,
I love this. Every time I think of a cleanse day, I'm going to picture you dancing.
Cleanse day. Are you excited?
It.
You have to be. I mean, because it's so good. And then my first cleanse, when people come into this, they're so food driven. I was so food driven. I get it. And now it's oh my gosh. I mean, and I like making slushies. I drink my cleanse as a tea. I drink it as a slushie. I just drink it over the rocks.
You got to share all this, keep coming to the group, share all these, make it fun. 2021, let's make it fun, right?
Yeah. Yep. And keep shredding. Woo!
2021 is not over, so we got to keep moving.
Yeah. My internet's,
Oh
and
my gosh,
I'll
this
let
is
you
too
go, because
good.
I know you have another guest.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
keep shredding, you guys.
Well, let me ask you this, Susan. Thank you so much. You really came alive. Can I ask you one more question? At what point did you come alive? Because you came alive. I could see it.
During the ER shred right away, on the first one, and the just the well-being, and the even that first one was like that sense of sexiness. I feel sexy again, but that came. Yeah, and each one now, on my last cleanse, because I'm on day 1 on my last cleanse, one of the things, more firmness, the arms are toned. It's I feel my athletic body coming back, and I have I love swimming, I love running, I love biking. We're so very active, and I plan on doing that until I'm 94.
I love
and
that.
Then if God gives me an extra coupon to stay longer, then great. But I'm definitely.
You need to connect with my mom. My mom also has 94 in her head for some reason.
Yeah.
She says that she's going to be just totally with it and capable and take care of herself till 94. She has this whole story, and whatever my mom says generally comes true. So
Yeah, I put my coupons in.
I love that. You know what? Just wanted to make an observation about you and everybody, really. It feels like everybody's loving themselves more. And isn't that a beautiful thing? You are radiating self-confidence and just wonderful security around yourself. And I want you to know that I interpret that as beautiful. I interpret that as I want to be like that too. And I bet everybody else on the call does as well. So thank you for that.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Sean, real quick.
Beautiful. So
My husband wanted to let you know that he thinks the ER shred will keep him going until he's 91 and the house is paid off.
yeah. That's awesome. All right, Ed. I like it. I like it. I like that. What a fun guy. Okay, do we have a Summer Loffridge out there? This would be the last one. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Is Summer out there?
I'm here.
Last but certainly not least, and don't feel rushed because we want to hear how it's gone. So who introduced you to the ER shred and where are you calling from?
Okay. I live in North Georgia, close to Chattanooga, kind of.
Cool.
And I've done Isagenix for a few years, and in one of my other Isagenix pages, a girl named Nicole Hayes that I don't know, I reached out and just said, I'm really trying to get back on Isagenix. I'm having a hard time. Anybody have tips? She said, have you tried ER Shred? And I said, what's that? And she said, well, there's a group. If you'll friend me, I'll add you to the group. And I was like, okay, great. So I looked at it for a few weeks, and just like everybody else has said tonight, I was like, oh, that's so keto. And I didn't want to give up my coffee and my stevia in my coffee. And so I put it off for a few weeks, but I just knew I really had to do something, because when I first started Isagenix, I lost originally about 20 or 25 pounds. And then I slowly gained it completely all back and probably then some. And so I was like, well, I've got to do something. In this, I did do keto. I don't know if I'm allowed to say other kind of diets on here. I tried Optavia, and, it worked for so many of my friends. And I was like, I wanted easy, and I just wanted food, to be just, I could open something and eat it. And I did not like any of that. And so I was walking around my kitchen one day and I was like, why do I not do Isagenix again? It was the only thing that ever worked for me. And so then I said, you know what? I'm just doing that ER shred thing. So I got all my stuff and I started it, and y'all watched me whine the whole way through my first 11-day shred, because I felt like total crap. I mean, I felt terrible.
All right, we want to know I need people to know, what did you feel?
Okay, well, I felt the first 3 days, I felt so tired. I felt nauseous. I felt dizzy. With all this COVID stuff going around, I was like, oh my God, do I have COVID again? Because I did have it one time. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, no, because I don't feel like this all the time. Mm-hmm. And it was just I just felt nauseous. I had no energy. I just wanted to lay down. Like I just felt like crap. And my first 2 cleanse days, I've done 2-day cleanses before, and I've loved them back when I did Isagenix, and I never felt terrible on them. But these 2, oh my gosh. The second day, I ended up breaking it before I went to bed and drank a shake because I felt so terrible.
Yeah.
So every time I felt like I was maybe not doing the right thing, I got on the Facebook page and posted something, and there was so much encouragement. And I told my husband it was really the only thing that got me through it is that everybody.
So, and this is our experience, like maybe 15% of people, like I'm an honest guy, and sometimes that's my downfall, but I'm brutally honest, and probably about 10 to 15% of people, they are gonna feel this in the beginning. I'm gonna put that out there, okay? So what did people say that kept you going?
Well, they just said, no, you're on the right track. You, Jesse, and Bob and a few other people, up your butter, do your salt, and things like that. So I started upping my butter, and I finally did put like salt on my tongue and sucked on it for a while, and that instantly made me feel better. And then in my own mind, I just kept myself moving. Like I decided when I got up and I started moving and walking, I felt better. So that's when I started getting up every day and walking 2 miles and just pushing through and pushing through. And I thought, okay, well, the second 2-day cleanse is not going to be bad because I know I'll be feeling better by then.
You know what's ironic? What's ironic is you're saying pushing through, but the fitness actually is what moves things through. But keep going.
Yeah. Okay. And so my second 2-day cleanse thing was coming up, and I thought, oh my gosh, I do feel a little better, but I hope these 2 cleanse days are not as bad. And so but I just did them, and they were great. And on the second day, I started feeling so much better. And on day 12, 13, and then yesterday was day 15. Oh my goodness. Like I feel amazing.
No, you don't.
Oh yes, I do. And it's just, I just feel, I have so much more joy. And I just wish people would understand more how much food in your diet not just affects, especially women, emotionally, hormonally. And it can bring you out of that fog that you're in. And it just helps you love better. It helps you treat people better. And just all in all, you just become a better person when you feel good.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. And can I ask, like, what were your, people want to know. So like, did you lose a certain amount of weight?
Oh, yeah. I love to tell people how much I've lost. So on my first 11 day, I lost almost 10 pounds and 10 inches. Mm-hmm. And I lost 3 inches around my waist. And I'm a pretty small framed person anyway. And so I haven't added anything back in, and I'm going to hit the next shred Monday also. And my husband just keeps wrapping his arms around me, and he's like, "You're just shrinking."
That makes you feel good.
Yeah, it does. It does. So yeah, that's
great. I love that you mentioned the feels. I want everybody tonight, by the way, everyone tonight gets it. It's beautiful. Everyone tonight gets the depth. So anything else you notice? How you doing on cravings?
Oh, I have none at all. I have no cravings at all. My appetite, I don't even hardly snack at all. I have the beef sticks and all that, the grass-fed ones. I don't really snack at all. I get hungry when it's time for a shake or time for a meal. Yeah. And I just feel good.
That's so great. That's so great. What, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to share this with others, even though you had to kind of pay a little bit of a price, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to recommend this to other people?
Oh, a 12. I have somebody coming on with me on it Monday. And I've even told her, I was like, now remember how bad I felt? And so I warned her last week to go ahead and start cleaning up her diet as well as she could. And that could kind of, render some of the stuff that I probably went through because I didn't do that, even though I know better. So I've got her coming on with me Monday. So
right. You know what? Like it's human nature. When something works for you and you love it and it impacts your life, it's human nature to look outward. And that's the beauty of humanity, is that we're inherently unselfish. And I can promise you that if your intent is to help and to serve and to bless, then this is a vehicle for you to do that. It's pretty powerful for that.
Thank you so much. And this
Summer, wow. Summer, my gosh, you came alive. Like, I can see it. I see the glow. I see it in all these people tonight. And I'm like giddy. I'm going to unleash Jesse just to close this out. We won't take much more of your time. I'm sorry it went over, but I'm really not sorry. We're going to just do this raffle real quick. Hey, Bob, real quick. Bob, do you have a call tomorrow night?
I got on mute. I do. Tomorrow night is going to be back to, I'm going to bring Colin Greenlaw back. We're going to go over the things that have worked for him. He's 8 months into the ER shred. He has some amazing new thoughts on what's working, and we're going to get down to basics in terms of sharing stories. So yes, it'll be a good call.
Where can people find that? Is that in Shredders Unite?
It'll be in Shredders Unite. Yep, it'll be a Zoom call, and you can find that top of our ER Shred page as well as on Shredders Unite. And yeah, it'll be good. So join us. Please join Shredders Unite. That is our business page. You can find that by going to, what is it? You know what the website is.
Shreddersunite.com. We'll take them there.
ERShred.com, right.
No, shreddersunite.com will take them there. And then,
that's it. Shreddersunite.com. Perfect. Thanks, Sean.
thank you, Bob. Guys, I'm going to do this raffle. These are all the people who have shared over the last few weeks, and we're going to give away some ER Shred gear to whoever name I draw here. Just hold tight. Drum roll, please.
Oh my God, pick me, pick me, pick me.
The winner is, it's Aaron Hairston from when he shared. So there you go. I'll reach out to Aaron. Guys, thank you so much. Jesse, I'm just going to not say another word. Jesse is our ER Shred ambassador around the nutritional protocol. And Jesse, I'm not going to say anything else other than I know you're feeling like I am. So, you just run.
I love you too, bro. I love you too. It's okay. You can express your feelings for me. Who had something to say? I don't know your name, friend. Your thing just says iPad.
Oh yeah, I'm a friend of Sue. I'm in Shoreview, Minnesota, and I'm not on this ER Shred. I haven't done anything yet. She just
hello, Sharon.
Yeah, hi Sue. We met on the dock with the boats, but I'm interested because I'm 58 and this is like the biggest I've ever been, and I work nights, so if anybody can go with that one. I work 40 hours overnights, 4 days, and running otherwise with 6 grandkids. And it's just, my question was with meats and stuff. I think Joyce said it, butter, bacon, and pork or beef or something like that, steaks. My husband's got gout, so that's no-nos on that one. Yeah. Because the uric acid, is it not?
Just go in the group. When she adds you, Susan will add you to the group. Go in there and just type gout, and you'll see loads of information about that.
Okay.
You want to go.
I don't know if he wants to do it, but I want to try. So, but it's just getting through everything. Time is a big one. So that was it.
Sweet. Thank you. I think you'll realize that that's exactly why the reason that you need to do this. When life is hard, when life is stressful, when you're not feeling your best, when you have so much going on, when you have sickness in your family, when you have people that are struggling, that is when you step up to the plate and take care of yourself, because you cannot serve from a half-ass empty cup. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't work like that. The ER Shred is simple. The results speak for themselves. It's a year of proven track records over and over and over again. It's an 11-day elimination, reset, shred protocol. Here's the simplicity. We remove all the poison from the human diet. The soy, the gluten, the sugar, the flour, all the stuff that's causing your hormones to go out of whack. All the stuff that's causing your body to go to war with itself during inflammation. We strip that away and we simply teach you how powerful of a drug food is. Take out the bad, put in the good. That is the simplicity of the ER Shred. I know you think it's more complicated because you've been lied to for the last 60 years. I will wipe that shit clean for you. Excuse my language, but not really. I will wipe that clean for you, and I will give you the tracks to run on. I have suffered enough for all of you. Sean has suffered enough for all of you. Crystal has suffered enough for all of you. I am done with the fitness and nutrition industry. It is bullshit. It is corrupt. It is just as bad as some of the drug companies that are out there. People need to understand the power of food and nutrition. So we simply take out the bad, we put in the good. The ER Shred is the ancestral way of eating with the 21st century modern twist. It is not one diet, it is multiple facets of diets. It is things that we've tried throughout the course of years. It's a little bit of keto, it's a little bit of carnivore, it's a little bit of good quality protein, it's a little bit of supplementation. We teach you how to use whole foods, real nutrition, vitamins, minerals, nutrients. That's my definition of nutrition. If it doesn't contain those, it's garbage calories. It serves zero purpose inside your body. So now it's a choice. Why are you choosing to inflame yourself with poison when you know it serves zero purpose, when you can choose to feel like a rocket ship taking off to the frickin' moon, for crying out loud? We use cleansing, intermittent fasting, so much science behind it. We teach you how to use those proper foods. And then we give you one of the best things that you will ever get your hands on. Do you understand? People pay thousands of dollars for doctors and groups. And I just read this bullshit article of Weight Watchers. Their clients are down and they said people are giving up the diet. Well, that's funny because we just had 600 plus people join the ER shred. Don't give me that crap. You know what people are tired of? They're tired of gimmicks. They're tired of bullshit. They're tired of being lied to. They're tired of actually wanting to get healthy and getting nowhere because nobody was telling them the truth. Well, we're going to give that to you, and the testimonials speak for themselves. Join the ER shred, come alive, and realize how epically amazing you were from the day that you were granted life. That is what we are here to do. That's all I got tonight, brother.
All right, you guys. Well, that was incredible. Can we do this one thing? Let me put it on gallery. Thank you, Jesse. Jesse, I've noticed something about you, my friend. I've noticed that the more powerful the testimonials are, the more it kind of like charges you. It's like a video game, and it's
I'm
like
fired up.
Energy, 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 energy. Energy's full. Roar!
You know what it is, Sean? Here's the thing in the simple thing. I've spent so many years and so many thousands of dollars learning, thinking I've been taught the right stuff, going through all these things myself, looking at the fitness industry, reading through the lies, being involved in them myself. I feel guilty for giving wrong advice, even though that was the best that I knew. I did it myself, so I was only sharing. I know you were there. I know that pain because you and I share this pain. And I felt horrible on top of all the other stupid crap that I did with my life, right? Like I felt horrible that it wasn't authentic. And now that we get that chance to break through this crap for people and just lay it out there so people can get back to what they deserve to feel like every day, bro, this is why I can't sleep. You quoted me. This is why I feel like I feel like a teenage girl who's got a crush for the first time. You know what I mean? Like I'm that freaking giddy all the time. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Well, we're going to go out and change a lot more lives. Now, everybody,
we are.
we're going to end this call, but feel free to unmute and let's just clap for the people that shared tonight, as well as Jesse. Can we do that?
Unbelievable.
So the most amazing testimonials tonight. Great call. Great call. Everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Getting better. Keeps getting better. It's getting better and better.
I have to say,
So true, Jesse.
I was a little disappointed in the raffle. I thought it was going to be like on Oprah. Everybody gets a car.
You know, I was thinking the same thing.
Ed.
Hey,
So
Jesse,
great.
yeah, have you ever read The Jungle by Upton Sinclair?
You ask me?
Yeah.
No, what's it
You
called?
ever read The Jungle by Upton Sinclair?
The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. I have not, but I have a feeling that I should put this on my book list.
It's about an immigrant family in around 1900 that end up working in the meat packing industry in Chicago, and how all the crap they put in the meat back then.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And that book got the Pure Food and Drug Act passed by Theodore Roosevelt.
Unbelievable.